All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you're watching this. My name is Zach Kirby, and today's Toolbox Safety Talk video is going to be over workplace violence. I'd like to start this briefing off with an interesting story, or a story that I found interesting at least. And this is a story about the phrase going postal. Now, going postal originates from a string of workplace shootings that took place within the United States Postal Service between 1970 and 1997. Now, over that span, over 40 people were killed by USPS employees over 20 incidents of workplace violence. And on August 20th, 1986, arguably the most infamous incident of all took place. Postman Patrick Shkreli came into work that day at 7 a.m., but work was the last thing on his mind. He methodically worked his way through the building, killing 14 coworkers and injuring six more before taking his own life. An incident like this makes a person wonder, what the hell's going on over at the post office? Well, the answer to that is mostly the same throughout all of these incidents. The workers are placed under extremely high stress situations, management treats the workers horribly, and the resulting toxic work environment was enough to drive these people to violence. Now, these are extreme situations, and they don't happen very often. But violence in the workplace is an all too common occurrence in the US. OSHA's website states that nearly 2 million Americans report being the victims of workplace violence annually. So that raises the question, what exactly is workplace violence? Well, OSHA defines workplace violence as any act or threat of physical violence, harassment, intimidation, or other threatening or disruptive behavior. Now, I realize that that is a very broad definition, but it includes threats, verbal abuse, assault, and even homicide. So, now that we all understand what workplace violence is, what can be done to prevent it? Now, that's a great question, and the answer to that starts with the golden rule. And this is the rule that we were all taught as children, but most of us forget as we grow older. And that rule is treat others the way you would like to be treated. Give respect to get respect, and be kind to one another. Now, this may seem insignificant to some of you, but it really does go a long way towards preventing workplace violence. Now, here at this company, we have a zero tolerance policy for workplace violence, and all claims of workplace violence will be investigated thoroughly and properly. Okay? So, now that we have covered what workplace violence is and how it can be prevented, now we're going to get into what you should do if an incident of workplace violence takes place. So, this may seem like common sense, but if you see something, say something. Report violent incidents to the police right away. And if the incident was more of a verbal harassment type of deal, report that to your supervisors and they'll take care of it. Now, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again just to really drive it home. We have a zero tolerance policy for workplace violence here, and all claims of workplace violence will be investigated thoroughly and promptly. So, if the allegations turn out to be true, the employee in question will now be a former employee. All right, you guys tracking what I'm saying here? So that's all I have for you guys today. Let's go out there and have ourselves a great day. Okay, thanks for listening.